Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on This Needs to Be Read. Actually, this needs to be stored in your home, on your bookshelf, until you even have grandchildren, because that's how good this next tool is that I want to add to your library. You know, I enjoy books. I especially love books about learning, whether it's for children or adults, but then doubling down. When it's for our children, it's fun and educational. That really, really, really makes my heart jump. So if you've ever heard of Brain Quest, then you already know this is going to be a great interview. And they're adding something new, which my first question is going to be, what took so long? They're going to be adding tools for pre-K children. And I love that. I love how useful Brain Quest has been throughout raising my children, and now I'm a grandmother. I'm going to welcome right now Ms. Karen Edwards into the conversation. She's the editorial director of educational resources at Workman. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Catherine. I am well, thank you, and I'm excited to be here.
What took so long to get the pre-K version of Brain Quest?
Well, we wanted to make sure that it was right. Just to give a little background on BrainQuest, we're celebrating our 30th anniversary, and we started out. Yes, thank you very much. We started out with our BrainQuest question and answer decks that many people are familiar with. You know, those kind of the cards that kids could use to quiz themselves or to quiz a friend or to try to stump their parents. And then we moved into, and then they were hugely successful. Parents loved them because, you know, it was screen-free time and it supported the education that kids were getting in schools. Teachers loved them because they were educationally sound and, again, supported the teaching that they were imparting. And kids loved them because they were just plain fun. And then in 2008, we came out with our workbooks, pre-K through grade 6. And, again, these were books that encompassed a year's worth of curriculum, and it supported what the children were learning in the classrooms. They were aligned to state and national standards. They were engaging and challenging. Again, they were educationally sound, but they were fun, and kids loved them. Kids wanted to actually, you know, work in the workbooks. They had stickers and posters emphasizing the learning and the engagement. We followed up with summer workbooks so that we could stop that summer slide. You know, the kids lose so much information in the summertime. Yeah. And finally, we moved to the board books. So this was a prime time for us to take that joy of learning and that educational soundness to the earliest learners from ages 0 through 4 and set that foundation for a joy of learning, love of learning, and getting those foundational subjects, you know, in hand so that by the time they reach the kindergarten, they're well prepared.
Again, I'm glad it's here, but that should have been here a long time ago, because they do start teaching our kids right around, you know, the house, you know, from mama to papa to, you know, up and down, whatever is around the house to help, you know, the child learn. So we do begin some teaching there, and that seems to be what you all are doing with first words. And what this also reminded me of, because we were looking, me and my husband were looking at some old programming from when we were children, so before Brain Quest days, and we were complaining about how the programming of today doesn't teach like what we got. Like, it was fun, just like you're describing. Brain Quest is fun, it's engaging, and, you know, colorful, and it's my size as a child. So I know that they're talking to me, and I feel like this educational tool is a friend. So, of course, in preparation for today, I'm like, this is spot on, because it's right in line with what's going to be expected of the child when they go to school, which is, I wish the rest of life was like that after high school, that you knew once you go into your first year of being an adult, you're hitting all of your marks. You know, you really kind of get scattered after that. But what you all are doing is parallel supporting the teachers and the parents, because we don't know the new math and we don't know what the student is getting now, but you're hitting the targets of the state regulations, which keeps parents from being fearful. Is my child failing? How will I know? Because it has been said kids are taught to a test. They are not necessarily being educated, they are regurgitating information. Well, whatever that means, how do we make sure that our child is successful in that setting? And having tools that
Right.
support the educators, I believe that they can see a difference in a student that has used a tool like BrainQuest versus one who has had a lot of screen time. So I'm grateful
Right.
that you all have added this because there are so many gaps in our human lives as it is. And going from home with your parents teaching you, maybe not having an educational background, but doing the best they can to get you ready for kindergarten, and then you're not hitting the marks. And parents don't know why. We don't know how to get them to that. So you're definitely supporting and bridging gaps. And I just want you all to continue doing that. If you ever think of going past 12 years old, please do something for the adults.
We will. Absolutely. To focus a little on the BrainQuest board books, as you said, these actually help to set the foundation for when kids go into pre-K, and what they are 2 first words books and 4 foundational concept books. The foundational concept books are ABCs, 1, 2, 3, shapes, and colors. And together, these 6 books make a great first library for children. They introduce babies and toddlers to foundational skills while promoting language development and encouraging learning through conversation. And each book has a panel of targeted questions that encourages interactive reading. So we want to support the parents in asking questions about what's going on the page and helping the child to interact with the content on the page in a deeper way. And I think that's one of the things that I'm most proud of with this series. It's for both the caregiver, the parent, and the child.
Yes, I absolutely, yes. Without echoing it again, the support that a parent needs is so huge because
yes,
we look at it's homework time, and when was the last time I did this kind of homework? Oh, and now it's something new, or I wasn't really strong in that area, so now I'm terrified to help my child because I don't want them to do bad as well. So it's
right.
It helps overcome an obstacle. It's definitely affordable, budget-friendly, because tutoring is something that everyone may not have access to, and having these in-home libraries. Come on in here, and I know our time is about up, but these in-home libraries, these in-home tools help parents feel confident to help their children, and it also builds relationships. One of the other gaps that you're closing is keeping that intimidation down on, we can do this, I can help my child, and my child can be successful.
Absolutely. Actually, Catherine, I'm getting the wrap from my producer, but I do want to say that I had a wonderful time talking to you. I'd encourage your listeners to go to brainquest.com to learn more and to purchase our books. Books are also available wherever books are sold. But it was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much. Much success as you shared this with everybody else.
Yes. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again.
Thank you for tuning in to This Needs to Be Said. I hope you've gained something from what has been shared. Send me your comments and show ideas through the website at TNTBSmedia.com. I'd love to hear from you.